My name is Dexter Hendricks. I'm currently the Senior Manager of Interconnection Policy at a trade association called the Coalition for Community Solar Access. I've been involved in DR interconnection for about 10 years now. My first real job out of college was working for a small residential installer in SoCal in San Diego. The first thing I really got my teeth sunk into was working with their interconnection processes and dealing with all the things that you can imagine with SCG&E, SCE, and those utilities in California. As my career progressed, I had the opportunity to run interconnection departments, primarily focused on residential interconnection. That got more of a national focus, dealing with about 20 different states, several hundred utilities, trying to really understand their different processes and really trying to make it a streamlined way for me and my team to handle interconnection for our clients. My most recent posting prior to this one was at the Department of Energy in the CETO office, the Solar Technology Office, where I was lucky enough to co-lead the Interconnection Innovation Exchange I2X project, where we were really delving into all things interconnection and trying to codify best practices to help the country be as best as it could to ensure it's ready for the DER deployment that is necessary to hit our goals. I went to college, and in college, my major was international studies, and I wanted to become a diplomat. That was like my idea. I want to be in the foreign service. But I got disillusioned by that by my senior year of college, and I had this really inspirational professor in a class that was kind of centered around the role of renewable energy to kind of hit our climate goals. And it really inspired me to work in the energy space. I moved from Seattle to San Diego after college with my now wife, and just was like, you know what? I want to join the solar industry. Doesn't matter what level, I'll just do it. I'm going to join this company. And as you could imagine, no one really wanted to handle interconnection. And I was like, you know what? If it's complicated and interesting, it's something I can sink my teeth into and really kind of learn and grow with it. It could perhaps be a good career choice. And that turned out to be prophetic. Being in the weeds of it, understanding the different mechanisms and how they fit together, understanding different bottlenecks. And then when I was able at another company to work on a more national focus, that's where the bug really stuck. And that's really how I was able to get a job at the DOE. At the time, they were looking to stand up I2X. They were starting to talk about developing the roadmap itself. And they wanted someone that had more hands-on experience, the stress of dealing with these things and dealing with different utilities and the different sort of where they're at. And they brought me in. And it's been kind of a love affair ever since. It's a very thorny, complicated subject, but the thorny, complicated things are always the things you want to work on because one, there's some sense of job security because no one wants to do it. And two, it's something you really sink your teeth into and learn, and it's never going to really get boring because it's so complicated from both technological perspective as well as like a human perspective. So really understanding both frameworks is very interesting and continues to be interesting.